Well, hello, kindergarten and first graders. I'm so happy to be with you today. This is our last guidance lesson of the year. So first of all, Louis definitely wanted to come today to say goodbye. He's really was so happy to be a part of our lessons, and he learned a lot about important topics just like you did. So thank you so much for being such a great group to work with. I know this spring nobody was expecting to learn from home, and you just did an amazing job by responding to all of our lessons so beautifully, and it was just really special to connect with you, and I just think you did such a great job. So students, pat yourself on the back. You did wonderful work, and also be sure to thank your parents, because I know that you know, they were so helpful in explaining things to you and helping you respond to the different activities. So it was team effort, and you just did a beautiful job. So one of my favorite things when we wrap the year up, when we say goodbye, I do feel sad because I'm going to miss you guys over the summer. But the great thing is, when we see each other in the fall, who do you get to see again? Me. Get to see me every year until you move over to the intermediate school. So that is one of my favorite things about my job. So we will see each other in the fall. Okay, so Louis, do you want to say goodbye and blow kisses? Okay, I have another special guest today besides Mr. Louis, and that is, look who I found at school when I was cleaning out my guidance classroom. He was calling me from where he usually is on my whiteboard up there watching all of us learn, and when he comes by for our Kelso review lessons, he was like, oh, please, I want to say goodbye to everybody, so hold on. I know, should I tell them? Oh, well, Kelso is so proud of all of you. You learn the Kelso's choices beautifully, you use them, you know if you have a small problem, you should use 2 of those 9 really positive strategies, and they work really well. I use the Kelso's choices because sometimes I have a disagreement with a friend or someone in my family, and that's normal, but all of the strategies are really positive. So Kelso and I hope you continue to use them over the summer, and we'll review them again next year because they're just that important. Everyone sometimes has a problem with a friend. So Kelso is very proud of you. I am very proud of you. So say bye to Kelso for the summer. You'll see him again in the fall, and he wanted to make sure to say adios for the summer. All right, so our activity today, I'm going to read a book to you in a minute, just a nice kind of positive goodbye book. But part of our activity when I'm done reading the book is for you to reflect about something that you learned in guidance this year or something you enjoyed. So I know it's kind of hard to think back over the course of the whole year and think, well, what did I learn? Because I know you visit lots of classes and you've learned so many things. So I thought we would just kind of share a few things. So when it's time for the activity, maybe it'll spark a little remembering from this year. So we talked about how the Kelso's choices are really positive. We learned a lot about that. We learned how to be a great whole body listener. I still work on being the best listener I can be and using our whole body, not just our eyes and our ears, but really what's your whole body looking like when someone is talking to you. So keep practicing that over the summer and show like you're really interested in what the person has to say, and keep using what we learn. We talked a lot about making and keeping friends and solving problems positively, a lot about kindness and being a bucket filler. So just remember this summer, if you have a choice to make, always choose kindness. And even if someone isn't being kind to you, it's really important to rise above that and be a good role model, and people will learn from you. So I know you'll do that. We talked a lot about different feelings and the different zones. Like if we're in the red zone, we're feeling really strong emotions. Maybe we need to find a positive way to handle that if it's anger or great frustration. Maybe if we're in the blue zone, how could we cheer ourselves up if we're feeling a little sad or gloomy that day? So just kind of being in touch with your feelings is positive, because then you can think about, well, how could I feel better in this situation? Or what's a good coping strategy to handle how I'm feeling? We talked about being a good sport, being assertive and standing up for ourselves, for what's right. We talked a lot about mindfulness and deep breathing strategies and growth mindset. That we all make mistakes, and in our learning, that's where we learn the most. So nobody expects you to be perfect, so don't expect yourself to get everything 100% of the time. Sometimes the best learning is when we struggle a little bit. So we talked about a lot of great topics. So when I'm all done reading the book, if you would kindly share something that you learned or enjoyed. There's also the voice recording option that you're welcome to just say a goodbye message to me. I would love to hear that from you if you care to do that. And we'll read our book now. The book is called I Knew You Could, a book for all the stops in your life. And it's a rhyming book, so I think you'll enjoy it. It's a pretty fun book. I hope I will read it so you can see the pages. I'll put it up close when I'm done with it. I knew you could, and you knew it too, that you'd come out on top after all you've been through. And from here you'll go farther and see brand new sights. You'll face brand new hills that rise to new heights. I wish I could show you all the stops that you'll visit, but that isn't my choice to make for you, is it? Instead, I can tell you some lessons and tales that I've learned and relearned in my time on the rails. First of all, you must find your own track so you can start right away and not be held back. But which track is yours? Well, that all depends on which way it's going and where it might end. Different tracks wind around, over, under, and through, so pick out the one that works best for you. Though the track you start out on will feel like the one, you might take a few more before you are done. And now, with your eyes on your new destination, start up your wheels and roll out of the station. On your new trip, you'll make plenty of stops in deep river valleys and on high mountain tops. Some will surprise you and some will be planned, and you'll roll through each one saying, I think I can. You'll go through tunnels surrounded by dark, and you'll wish for a light or even a spark. You might get scared or a little bit sad, wondering if maybe your track has gone bad. So here's some advice to help ease your doubt. The track you took in must also go out. So steady yourself and just keep on going. Before you know it, some light will be showing. And then you'll be out heading to a new place. You'll be ready for the next tunnel you face. Sometimes you'll look up and see planes in the sky, and you'll think to yourself, oh, I wish I could fly. The cars on the roads will seem quick and free. You'll feel stuck on your track and think, I wish that was me. But the plane might wish he could get out of the air, saying, I wish I could travel like that train down there. The cars will watch as you speed right along, and they'll say to each other, look how fast and how strong. Don't worry about not being a car or a plane. Just enjoy the trip you'll take as a train. Don't be afraid to toot your own horn if you need to be heard or there are people to warn. Or if being yourself just makes you so proud that you want to share it and sing it out loud. You'll follow your track through twists and through bends and stop at new stops and pick up new friends. They'll all come aboard with smiles and greetings. You'll have such great times with the people you're meeting. On the days when you're sad and feel you can't go, speak up and ask a friend for a tow. That's what friends do, so don't be afraid. You'd do the same if your friend needed aid. You might stop at some stops that you never have toured and look for new friends, but they won't come aboard. So you'll have to head out with a creak and a groan, setting out once again on your track all alone. Try to remember that the world is so wide, full of all kinds of people with their own trains to ride. Just stay true to yourself as you travel your track, with no second guessing and no looking back. Once you're on the right track, you'll probably say, "This one is mine, I'm here to stay." Try to enjoy the track that you choose. Stop now and then to take in the views. If you rush forward as a general rule, before you arrive you could run out of fuel. Don't overwork, but save up some strength. That way every day you can travel great lengths. You'll need all that strength on the days when you're stuck or tired or sad or just out of luck. When your belief in yourself doesn't feel quite so pure and your "I think I can" doesn't sound quite so sure. That's when to push and to strive and to strain, to show the world that you're not a giving up train. And you're wise if you know that doing your best means that sometimes you should just slow down and rest. Speeding through your whole trip will bring only sorrow. So slow down today to be happy tomorrow. There's more about life that you'll learn as you go, because figuring things out on your own helps you grow. Just trust in yourself and you'll climb every hill. Say, "I think I can," and you know what? You will. The end. So what a great message as we wind our year down together. Positive message. You have done an amazing job this year. We had some different twists and turns we weren't expecting to take with doing remote learning from home, and everyone just embraced it and did their best, and we're all really proud of you students. So again, pat yourself on the back, and it was great to work with you this year. So your activity is attached. You're going to share something that you learned or enjoyed. Anything you'd like to learn more about next year. Maybe we just kind of scratch the surface and you're interested in learning about another topic next year related to guidance and being a good friend and all those good things. And if you want to say a goodbye message, please do that in the lesson. All right, we will see you in the fall, and take care and have a great summer. Bye, kindergarten and first graders.